What's up guys, it's Drac and I just got this package in. Now this package comes to us from Etsy. I'm mysteriously masking this back side, but inside is a note. Now, the note just says, "Dear Drac, this care package was sent to you from Spam Man. As part of it, we've included things we think you'll enjoy. From our team to you and all the Nerfers out there, happy Nerfing. P.S. Get a grip." Which means, for like the third time on the channel, it's time to bust out a brand new Kronos so that we can install some new parts on it, because the Kronos is legitimately just a very cool Nerf Rival Blaster, and incidentally, it's not that expensive. So as opposed to most Rival Blasters, which are pitched as premium products, the Rival Kronos is 20 United States dollars, and at that price point you can actually afford to just buy them to test new products, which is quite nice. Target recently had a sale, so all of my Kronos were $13 each, which was very nice. But 5-round capacity, serious Rival performance, lots of different ways to hack it. I really enjoy the speed loaders from Foam Technician. That's been my favorite hack so far. Lets you load ultra fast, ultra quick. But that is not what this video is about. This video is about this package from Grihas Gear. So we'll open it up in order. We have here a Grihas Gear set of stickers. These might be vinyl logos. I think these are vinyl logos, not stickers, which is wild. And then we have, oh my, a custom t-shirt. On the front, it says Grihas Gear, but on the back, it says Lord Drac, and it's red, which is super cool. So that's actually pretty convenient, because my my FDL shirt here is getting a little bit tight recently. So let's do a little YouTube magic, and there we go. That's pretty good, right? So comfy. All right, excellent. And then another shirt. That's kind of wild. So we have a ginormous, I assume again, vinyl logo for an owl here. I like this. He's a very tribal owl. And another t-shirt, which is very interesting. I had no idea I needed so many more Nerf t-shirts. And this one is blank on the back. And just here it says, Grihas Gear, established 2017. And it's a really cool kind of metallic print on there. So that is also very handsome. Thank you for that, Grihas. So we have all of the stuff we need to rep his stuff, but none of that matters if the gear itself isn't awesome. So let's go ahead, crack these out, and inside we have a keychain with a rapid strike that says Grihas Gear on it. That's pretty cool. And we have a Strife Grihas Gear, and we have a business card from Grihas Gear. So a lot of well put together merch. Then we have Phillips head screws into lock nuts, and these are designed to fundamentally change the way that you grip the Kronos, but they're also somewhat low profile, and you don't have to do any carving or gnashing about to get them on. So let's go ahead and unscrew them. Installation should be really stupid proof. I think that we can do this while we're talking about them on camera. So print quality is solid. Like, I know a little bit about 3D printing now, so I can tell you that the top end is very nice. He definitely prints these. I want to say, I was going to say he printed them vertically, but you can tell by how shiny it is on the back that he prints them on glass, just like that, and that's why the top is so nice. His layer heights are good for a product like this, especially with comfort in mind. And in the back here, the underside is a little rough. Like you can see, there's some filament strands, but that shouldn't really matter, because all we need to do is get this lined up such that the back end here, which has a divot in it, you guys might be able to see that on camera, but there's a divot in the back, and that lines up with the built-in iron sights or plastic sights on the Kronos itself. So that's just gonna slide on, he said, assumptively. There we go. And again, you can kind of hear it there. That underside is a little rough, but not a big deal. And then lock this on. I do like that since it's printed in black, it would match either a Deadpool Kronos or a Phantom Core Kronos, as black is the common color between the two of them. So I'm just screwing this in, locking it into its nut on the other side, and then I think we want to tighten it but not over tighten it. It seems to be the key with 3D printing is to tighten just enough. You want it to be cinched so those parts are on there, but you listen, you hear that creaking? You guys won't be able to. That creaking probably says, you're good. And there we are. So how does this change the ergo? Again, normally when I prime, I grip like this and pull that way. So like, yeah, this, my natural inclination when holding this with my right hand is to prime like this if it's like not a heavy prime. So the only reason that I do that is because my Kronoses are K26. That makes them a very heavy prime, and this changes the top rail, so it no longer cuts into you the same way. You don't have to try and get this rib here, and instead you just grip the top and pull. It's not bad. You can even do it without gripping. You can see there I slipped off at the end, but not super bad. And then if you want to prime like this, it's actually nice because it just gives you more on the front end here to get a grip on, more to hold. So that's not bad. Now the ultimate advantage to these is supposed to be in dual wielding. So let's do another quick YouTube trick. We'll turn one Kronos into two. So this is of course my modified Kronos. You can tell because I did a full deletion of its door and signed it up there, and it's team red all the time. So let's just really quick see. Again, this is the one that to prime it comfortably I have to do like this. So I threw the grip on it. This is my first time trying it. Ooh. With a super heavy K26 prime, I think that you might still need a slightly more aggressive stance or purchase on the Kronos, just because that was tough on my offhand. Now, let's go ahead and try it the other way. I guess now you don't have to archery style it, you could just grab this thing. Is this tough enough to hold back the K26? Ooh, and it is. So that, in and of itself, is very nice. This is going to be much faster now. The advantage, of course, to adding this humongous front end on the top is that now you have more space here, however you want to do this, to prime these against like either each other or your body, so that this one, again, too heavy to do so, but you can dual wield like that and then just hit it back. I'm not being very kind to the Kronos. Now the old HVZ trick for Mavericks would have been to tie these together in some way and then throw them back like that. However, I'm hoping that you could do the Maverick trick with this as well. And I used to wear trip pants, which made this much easier, but like, that is pretty cool. So with more purchase up here, you don't actually need your offhand to prime these. You can just grab against your body and fire that way. Now this one is unmodified. I will embarrass myself and show you that, yeah, with the modified one, I'm just going to wind up double feeding here, and that is unfortunate. However, stock or lightly modified Kronoses, this is the way to go. Like that is super cool. And then I think you could probably get the heel in there if you wanted, so you could do it strong arm style. This is a whole new loadout waiting to happen. The Grihas grips are definitely best purchased in pairs, but I think that everybody should have a couple of these around. Even if you're not a fan of Rival, like, even as not a fan of Rival, these are 20 United States dollars. They are a great purchase. So if you'd like to help out Grihas Gear and purchase some of his grips, I think that they're fine. They're certainly much, much nicer in terms of their design and execution than the one I found off Thingiverse. I like this style prime, but there's just so much more contact on this. This has a few screws that hold it into place and drill directly into the shell. This is non-intrusive on the shell at all. It's just a part that you sit on top and then lock into the existing rails, and it gives you more surface area and lets you do more things. Like, the ability to do that is much cooler, and I don't think Yeah, I don't even want to do that. I'd be like cutting into my arm if I did it with this one. So I think that we've solved the debate. This is clearly like the superior style of grip for the Kronos, and it's almost so subtle that you don't necessarily know it's an add-on. It just looks like the Kronos has a rise in it. So I think it's pretty good. That's just my opinion. Let me know in the comment section below. Can you think of a better way to modify the grip for these? I think that as this blaster gets into more and more people's hands, like it's going to become more and more prevalent in the hobby that people will make modifications to make them more comfortable for themselves. Me personally, I don't mind them stock, but I think that this is a very nice add-on, and there's only, hilariously, I don't want to keep making videos on the Kronos alone, but there is a product coming to my P.O. box right now that I'm very excited about, which in combination with probably a grip like this and some sort of modification is going to be the end-all be-all Kronos addition and accessory. Like, there's a way to take your $20 pistol and make it into something that with like about $50 total said and done is just exceptionally cool. So that's my review of the Greenhouse grip. I think that it's the #1 grip for the Kronos right now. If you'd like to support the channel, you can purchase a Kronos through the Amazon link in the description box below, or donate to Patreon. That would also be a big help, guys. And if you'd like to support Greenhouse, buy a shirt, buy a grip, improve your Kronos significantly. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Much love. Nerf on, Drac out.